Fitted Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. What you look through light? Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get you fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my to the back that like a pogo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they one ride down to Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a polio. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. Finna got in the gently. Angry and friends with these when I was down out of.
All right, Coach, we're about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. These two teams, they met up in the opener a season ago in Detroit, and it was the Lions who came out on top 35-23. Matthew Stafford, 4 touchdown passes in that game, 2 to rookie Kenny Galladay. Rosen will throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now it's Rosen. Able to find Kirk complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. Room to run inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a first down again.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
This is Logan. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go.
On second down, Rosen. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
First down, Brissett. And his first look is incomplete. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! Grand 38! Ohio! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
Check 26, check 26.
They just get the play off. Now Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Too strong out here. Too big for you. Oh, got him! Got him!
Now let's go! 319! 319!
On second down, here's Rosen. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets it down to the 32. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Now let's go! Green!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. From the left hash, this from 46. And Dawson's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete here. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90!
43's the mic.
A second down throw for Brissett. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go! Red 38! Red 38!
43's the mic, boys. 43. Check, 43.
On third down. Brissett. He's going to sling this deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Come on, let's go! Ohio!
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. And Jones has it over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Brissett on 3rd and 2. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
On 1st down, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Brissett now on 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. By Galladay, that's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11th.
Let's go!
Brissett to throw on first. This is screen to Abdullah. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey. Come on, let's go! White, flex round! White, 90! Check. Lucky.
A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Touchdown. Amir Abdullah, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's got room. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Come on, let's go! White, Ohio! White, 90!
They pitch to Abdullah. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Ohio! Ohio! White 90! Push him back! Push him back! Flex round! Flex round! Banjo, banjo, banjo.
Second down, Brissett. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Out of the gun, Brissett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Number 96, in on the tackle. No gain on the play.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rosen lets it go for Nelson. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A handoff. Devontae Freeman. And not much of a hold there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Glover Quinn there on the stop. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Green 39! Green 39! Gun! Leopard!
Play action here with Rosen. Going for it all. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
It's caught, Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll run here with Freeman. Uses the spin. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Detroit getting set to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Four down, check. Ohio. Flex round. Come on, let's go. What? 90. Flex round. Cut.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trey Boston. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Rosen on 1st down. Lets it go for Nelson. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Nelson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Dawson tacks on the point after, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out now come the Lions. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Let's go. Ohio. Red 38. Ohio. Flex round. Check, 43.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The Cards get to him here. He he's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard as it brings us to the end of the first half. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Ohio! Ohio!
A first down throw for Brissett. And the hook up here with Jaron Strong complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Brissett on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! What? 90! Ohio! Ohio! 90! Mike's 43! Mike's 43! Ohio! Ohio! I got one!
Brissett. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Brissett now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Here we go! Red 38! Red 38!
A handoff to Abdullah. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Ohio! Ohio! Hey, 4 down. Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Again, it's Abdullah. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Ohio! Flex round! Let's go! What? 90!
To throw is Brissett. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Come on, let's round! What? 90!
From the gun, here's Brissett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All right, here we go.
Rosen off the play action, eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Green 39. Hey, watch the slant.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play there for Arizona. 46 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Coming left, it's Freeman. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to them. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Freeman at tailback. He's got it running left. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Freeman again. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Leopard!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
Begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Kill! Watch the motion!
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. He completes it to Jones. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher for guys trying to get to the football.
Flex round! 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
First down, Brissett. Gets it to Strong. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Brissett now on 2nd down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. Underneath for Johnson. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Brissett to throw on first. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
4 down. Flex round. Ohio. Come on, let's go. White, 90. Watch the backer.
Again, it's Brissett. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. From the red zone now, Brissett. And Thomas has it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38! Squeeze, double.
They'll throw again. Brissett. And that's incomplete. The veteran safety, Antoine Bethea, there on the defensive coverage. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
4 down. Here we go! What? 90! What? 90! Man, that's trash.
He'll look to throw. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jalen Strong, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Gone! Here we go now. Detroit!
Rosen to throw. Completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rosen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They'll run it here with Logan. And some room to run now. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Rosen. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Kick is indeed good, and the Cardinals win it. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all